I'm Ann Mallonee, Chief Ecclesiastical Officer for the Church Pension Group. Today I'm speaking with Alan Snoddy, a Managing Director in our investment group. As you look ahead, where do you see this investment activity going for CPG and in the field of socially responsible investing?
Well, I think there's a couple of interesting dynamics going on. One is in the microfinance area that it's a very well-established market now, and that one of the things the microfinance institutions have done that larger banks and other institutions haven't been able to do is to sort of go that last mile to the actual customer in these rural villages. And now that those linkages have been made, the connection has been made, there are opportunities to get other interesting, helpful social products to these people, whether it's off-grid solar, whether it's selling crop insurance, whether it's providing new ways of educating people on the way in which they're farming. But these linkages that were made through microfinance are really reaching those individuals in a way that hasn't been done historically. I think on the environmental sustainability side, the cost of battery storage has gone down dramatically. The cost of solar panels has gone down dramatically. And so this is now allowing these areas to exist without subsidies and to be able to be operated profitably. And so one area in which we're really interested in looking for ideas is in this sustainable infrastructure. Whether it's wind, solar, battery storage, and there's a number of investments that we're exploring right now in these areas.
Is there anything you think I ought to have asked you?
You know, I wish that we didn't have sort of this rate of return bar that we had to leap, because there's so many interesting investment ideas out there, interesting ideas where you could invest money and make a real positive social change, but not get the required rate of return. And it's hard when you meet with a manager and everything they're doing from a social standpoint really ticks all the boxes and you get really excited. But when you really dig in, bring in the industry experts or the sector experts from the other parts of our investment team, and the rate of return just doesn't work. It's disappointing for the people who are working on it from the social standpoint that we can't make it work from an investment standpoint. And so that is one of the more sort of frustrating areas on our part, is there's so many things that we really want to do, but at the same time, we really have to stay true to this fiduciary responsibility and being focused on rate of return. But I think, again, that capital is trying to find its place in the market. There's one live example, and this investment has not closed yet, but it's a microfinance type investment, although it's really focused more on the off-grid solar sector. So this is individual solar panels and electricity networks that can be put on an individual home that can power a couple of lights, a stove, which obviously these individuals are using kerosene currently, which is not good for the environment, not good for health. We are going to be the lead investor. There's another faith-based institution that, when they heard that we were looking at it, became very interested in it. We've been working on it together. They have certain issues that they want addressed. We have certain issues that we have addressed. They're thinking about how do we compare this to other just traditional fixed income investments. We have different ways of looking at it, and by sharing ideas, we can sort of triangulate and really sort of both make the product itself better, but also give us more comfort that this is an interesting investment idea.
Do you think it'll become easier to find the really good investments?
Absolutely. I mean, well, certainly we hope so, but I'm confident that as more and more people are focused on this space, which is, I mean, it's clear. I mean, whether it's traditional institutions that are being pressured by shareholders, endowments that are being pressured by the students, or people like the Church Pension Fund who are just interested in this area because it's the right thing to do. there's definitely more interest in this area, and the more interest there is, the more capital that comes in, the more managers. It's a feedback loop. It's a positive feedback loop that it's a virtuous cycle, and it's very exciting to sort of be at the beginning stages of this and to really be part of being a catalyst in having this happen. But I'm very confident that the ability to make good rate of return investments in a socially responsible way will continue to get more and more as we go along.
Fantastic.